Okay, hello everyone. In this video, I will talking about discourse comprehension. So, what is discourse comprehension? Discourse comprehension is uh, the ability to understand and derive meaning from extend segments of language. It's a psycholinguistic process that involves making connection between ideas in text and applying general knowledge to understand the meaning. Uh, the first is discourse genres. Discourse genres can be categorized as a function of this course topic, formality, delivery system, and outdoor or speakers, goals and intention. Uh, Three of the most well-studied genres include narrative, expository, and procedural discourse. Narratives have often been associated with fiction, although they can include non-fictional accounts. Expository texts are usually produced with the goal of explanation of persuasion. For example, are textbooks, encyclopedias, and other material that describe fact or principle. The third is linguisticus, directly influence the ways that readers to process and comprehend discourse. For example, they guide the comprehender with respect to the activation of concepts. For example, in the sentence, I saw a student enter the lab. The infinite article is a cue to the to be comprehended to activate a mental representation of a new reorganized. On the other hand, in a so student enter the lab. The comprehended is prompted to reactive or keep active, a mental representation of a protagonist that was introduced before. Finally, in a show, and the student enter the lab, the use of the pronoun this. The third is background knowledge. The procedure is actually simple. The first is arrange. The first you arrange items into different groups. Of course, one tool may be sufficient depending on how much there is to do. The study makes two important points. The first is background knowledge, facilitate understanding. The second is for background knowledge to facilitate understanding. It must activate, as we discussed in the previous section, linguistic codes are important with respect to activating the relevant background knowledge. The third is graders with background knowledge uh, about soccer out auto performance sheet grades. Without this background knowledge can compensate for potential difference in reading ability. Knowing that background knowledge affects comprehension in one thing, but knowing how is other, uh, how is other. The fourth is situation model. The most basic purpose of discourse is to convey information about state of affairs in the realm of fiction world. Accordingly, the comprehender's usual goal is to achieve an understanding to the described situation. And the situation model is considered discourse as well as in spoken discourse and such as dialogue. Everyone considerable research has demonstrated similar results across the dimension described in the event indexing models, specifically with narrative text. Okay, everyone, the next is much of the early work on situation models focus on how the spatial feature of description influence memory for text. The next is time. Research on the temporal components of text has grown considerable in the last 10 years. The next is entity. Story characters are integral of unfolding plot. Often plot resolve directly around the interaction among characters and objects in the text. The next is motivation, sometimes labeled as internally. Uh, the dimension of motivation has been assessed with respect to the goals of characters in discourse. The next is causation. In the situation described in the text, often lead readers to expect other events or to attribute causes to particular events as a function of background knowledge. In addition to language, because the comprehender's background knowledge is instrumental to forming causal representation. For example, the sentence pair Murray poured water on the bonfire. The bonfire went out is not simply a temporal sequence of unrelated events, but conveys the idea that the water actually caused the bonfire to go out. Interactive dimension. So everyone, it is clear dimensions are not completely independent. For example, if the sequence in the previous example had been the bonfire went out, Morari poured water on the bonfire, then causal interpretation would not have been possible or easily activated. The next is the immersed experiencers. Their research on situation model in interactive comprehension is generally consistent with the notion of the comprehenders as an impermanent experiencer in the narrative world. The conclusion is discourse comprehension is a dynamic interaction between linguist features, background knowledge, and mental presentation, enabling readers to derive meaning, connect ideas, and engage with text effectively. That's all, guys, and thank you.